You're watching Viewpoint. I'm Ridhima Bhatnagar. The war of words over the Delhi excise policy that is now defunct still continues. The BJP today mounted attack on the Aam Aadmi Party by releasing a sting operation which allegedly shows quid pro quo enjoyed by the Aam Aadmi Party. In the sting, according to the BJP, the Liquorgate accuses King confesses to bribes, allegation that they're making what is the blacklisted companies were given licenses by the Kejriwal government, liquor lobbies exploited profits at the cost of the taxpayer and even commissions. The BJP has now demanded that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal should immediately sack his deputy Manish Sisodia over this excise policy scam. The BJP has also gone on to allege that the modus operandi for the excise policy as shown in the video is that 80% profit will go to the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, his deputies and friends. The Aam Aadmi Party expectedly has hit back with the Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia calling the entire string drama a joke. Sisodia has also gone on to allege that the CBI officer who was forced to frame a strong case against him later committed suicide under the BJP's pressure. So what really is the truth then? We will debate that with our guests in just a bit, but first the story.
स्टिंग मास्टर का स्टिंग हो गया है।
फिर वो कोई सड़क पे चौराहे पे खड़े होकर किसी को गाड़ी पे बिठा के कुछ कहते हैं, उसके कोई सवाल जवाब करते हैं, वो स्टिंग है, मजाक है।
Another day, another war of words over the now scrapped Delhi excise policy. Today, the BJP released what it called the Liquorgate sting, where the father of one of the accused allegedly confesses to taking bribes.
253 करोड़ ले लिया। ठीक, जाओ, जिन्हें मर्जी दुकाना करो, जो मर्जी करो।
The BJP claimed the sting has sealed Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia's fate.
ये सारा का सारा स्टिंग, जिसको अंग्रेजी में कहते हैं ना, फ्रॉम द हॉर्सेस माउथ, उस व्यक्ति के मुंह से सुनेंगे जो व्यक्ति खुद मनीष सिसोदिया जी के हाथों में पैसा पकड़ाता था।
आम आदमी पार्टी के पास कोई जवाब नहीं। अरविंद केजरीवाल का चेहरा बेनकाब हुआ। ये बेवड़ी सरकार, कट्टर भ्रष्टाचार, ये अरविंद केजरीवाल की पहचान है।
Then Sisodia himself had a counter press conference and dismissed the alleged sting operation.
अब जब सीबीआई से एक तरह से क्लीन चिट मिल गई कि जी इनके पास तो कुछ नहीं मिल रहा, तो अब बीजेपी कह रही है जी देखो सीबीआई नहीं ढूंढ पाई, अब हम स्टिंग करके देंगे। फिर वो कोई सड़क पे चौराहे पे खड़े होकर किसी को गाड़ी पे बिठा के कुछ कहते हैं, उसके कोई सवाल जवाब करते हैं, वो स्टिंग है, मजाक है। तो
He also made a startling allegation against the CBI.
ये बहुत दुखद घटना है कि सीबीआई के एक अधिकारी को, जिसको दिख रहा था कि पूरा का पूरा मामला फर्जी है, उसके ऊपर इतना दबाव बनाया गया गलत काम करने के लिए कि उसको आत्महत्या करने पर मजबूर होना पड़ा।
The CBI raided Manish Sisodia's residence and scanned his bank locker in connection with the liquor scam. Sisodia is accused number 1 in CBI's FIR. But he and the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal claim the BJP is using agencies to target the Aam Aadmi Party because it is threatened by its rising popularity. In this now unending BJP Aam Aadmi Party war, the next salvo is likely to be around the corner.
And it's not ending anytime soon. While the CBI has refuted Sisodia's claims on the deceased officer, Manish Sisodia is not letting the matter go. Now Manish Sisodia is demanding an independent judicial inquiry headed by a retired Supreme Court judge into the causes of the death of CBI Deputy Legal Advisor Jitendra Kumar. So where does the truth really lie then? Let me also now bring in our guests who are joining us to take this discussion forward. We have the national spokesperson of the BJP, Shahzad Poonawala, joining me here in our studios. We have the Congress spokesperson, Dr. Onika Mehrotra. We have political analyst Ravi Srivastava. And we also have political analyst Varun Singh. Before I bring in my guests and I begin the discussion, I actually want to start by saying that we invited the Aam Aadmi Party, but they refused to join our show or any panel. I would have loved to give them an opportunity to actually defend themselves. But Ravi Srivastava, let me begin with you. The allegations keep on mounting. For how long can the Aam Aadmi Party continue to evade the questions?
Ridhima, if something is repeated n times, it does not become a charge. This entire sting video is totally bogus. It is made for father of an accused. Now, accused father, what kind of legal sanctity he has got to say? Nothing. It's all BJP's machination. Their IT cell is very expert in making edited and Photoshop pictures, tweets, and CDs, videos. So this is a one part of that. Nothing new is there. First of all, in the entire episode of the excise policy till now, no money trail has been shown. 31 locations were raided. Not even a single rupee was found. Manish Sisodia, the so-called accused number one, was raided at his home, at his bank locker, everywhere. Nothing has been found. The BJP is desperately trying to stick these charges, but nothing is sticking. The fact is, there were spin to the whole episode. It went on to education policy, then it went on to the LG filing some complaint against LG, certain charges of his daughter making showrooms, or he himself was allowing people to, there were affidavit on record that the money was changed after demonetization. So this is all getting very ugly.
But Ravi Srivastava, that's what I said.
The
Aam Aadmi Party is the ruling state government of the national capital. These allegations are very serious. For how long can you just dismiss it by saying this is vendetta politics or misuse of agencies? And this is where it becomes even more problematic. As far as the BJP is concerned, they're saying we're coming and basing our allegations with evidence. But till now, the Aam Aadmi Party hasn't been able to do so, whether it was Operation Lotus or others. Till now, we've only been hearing that we will make some big expose, we have the evidence. The questions are mounting on the party each day. Why not put out the evidence and set the record straight?
No, nothing becomes an evidence unless it is tried in the court of law. You can make 100 of allegations, you can make 100 of stings or videos or this and that, and does not come from authentic source. Who is putting up this sting operation? It's BJP.
Fair enough, Ravi Srivastava, that you're dismissing the sting operation that is put out by the BJP. But I'm asking, as far as your own allegations are concerned, the allegation that you made as far as Operation Lotus and others saying that Manish Sisodia was given an offer by the BJP, this is all hearsay as of now. We haven't seen concrete evidence. I'm saying, why don't beat the BJP at their own game by providing some evidence?
No, it is not a game.
Isn't this a complete misuse of the time and misplaced priorities as far as the AAP government is concerned?
No, what is expected from AAP? AAP has clearly said whatever you want to do, you do. But whatever authentic agency or CBI or ED wants to do, let them do. They have never stopped anybody. They went to the homes, they went to the locker, they went to the bank, everywhere. They could not put up the one piece of paper which CBI put up after raiding Manish Sisodia, right? 1 crore or 2 crore given by one businessman to another businessman. That too CBI knows by a source. That is also not authenticated. That is also not proven. That's you can say the hollowness of the whole case. This is what I want to say.
Shehzad, respond to what Ravi Srivastava is saying, because we don't have an official Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson, and this is the narrative that we've heard in the past as well, that this is vendetta politics. And they're saying, look what's happened on the ground. You sent the CBI after Manish Sisodia. His residence was raided. Nothing was found. Then his lockers were raided. Nothing was found. How far will the BJP stretch this?
I hope I won't be interrupted. I heard him for about 5-6 minutes.
Sure.
First, he said, why should we believe the statement of this accused father? In the KVIC 1400 crore so-called scam against the LG, they relied on 2 charge-sheeted accused, who the CBI said were the ones indulging in a 17 lakh rupee notebandi kind of a scam. They rely on the charge-sheeted accused, that's fine. But here you have an authentic videotape, which has not been said that they deny it, but that should not be taken on board. Secondly, they say that we are being treated vindictively. This is just a false allegation. By the way, till now, they have made allegations on Arun Jaitley ji, on Gadkari ji. They had to apologize. They've made allegations of 800 crores, not produced any evidence yet. They made allegations of 6,300 crores, not produced any allegation yet. They were supposed to release an audio tape. They could have done it tonight or today evening if they had it, but they haven't done it. But those who are experts at hit and run say that these are only allegations. Satyendra Jain is in jail for how many months, ma'am? 3 months, I believe. The court has twice ruled and said he's a hawala baz, he has an apradhik prashtbhumi. But Mr. Kejriwal says he's kattar imandar. A court rules on their corrupt people, but they say that no, these are only allegations. And is the court making allegations, wild allegations, and is being vindictive? Thirdly, from the last 45 days, we are asking 15 questions. Our questions haven't changed. They've gone to New York Times 2024, Gujarat, Party Tod Rahe, Operation Lotus, etc., etc. Today, some CBI officer committed suicide. It's so distasteful to use that for your political ends. But they haven't answered.
But that's the point that the Aam Aadmi Party is making. Shehzad, one second. I'll give you the floor only. I'm not going to any other guest. I'm asking you this only. This is what they're saying, that it's not just the misuse of the agencies today, and this is what the AAP is alleging today, that the pressurization tactics has reached a point where they're alleging that CBI officers are ending up taking their own lives because they're also not finding anything on the ground.
Let me address this issue and then let me make a fundamental point, because I can't keep answering their questions. Even I have a right as an opposition to ask a few questions. This particular case took place 3 days ago. There was a suicide note where nobody was blamed. If in case this was true, that the agency for the last 3 days, unless this videotape of sting operation came out, why didn't Manish Sisodia really speak about this 2 days ago, 3 days ago? This half-baked, concocted issue that has been taken up, and the CBI has clarified that there is no such dealing of this person with this particular case. You are using somebody's tragedy, personal tragedy, to save corruption. And now let me make a fundamental point. Forget everything else. Ravi Srivastava says they've answered all the questions. 3 questions, we have reduced it to 3, not even 15. 3 questions. A show cause notice was issued to a blacklisted company which was given a TECA in 2021 by their government. This is their show cause. What action did they take on it? No answer. How did they increase the commission from 2% to 12% where the retailers were making 1,000% super profits and the government got a 4,000% loss? No answer. And the commission report said, Dhawan Commission report said that wholesale should be with government, not with the private sector. They gave it off to the private sector. They did not do a lottery. No answer to these specific questions. Instead of answering the specific questions about Sharab Ghotala, every day there is a new ABCD. Advertising, blame game, cover-up of corruption and diversion. Are the courts vindictive? Where is Satyendra Jain today if these were all empty allegations?
Okay, Ravi Srivastava, respond to that and then I'll go to the other guest. This is the criticism coming in against the Aam Aadmi Party, that if you continue indulging in a press conference after press conference, you're only distracting or, using a diversionary tactic from what the real issue is. If the Aam Aadmi Party had so much faith as far as the excise policy was concerned, why did they revoke it? As far as the quid pro quo is concerned, that money trail hasn't been able to be explained by any of the representatives of the Aam Aadmi Party. The citizens of the state as well as the country have a right to ask these questions and not just the political parties.
Absolutely. The citizens, when they asked the questions were replied to. Aam Aadmi Party did the number of press conferences. Each and every charge was applied in detail. Now, beyond that, it will be only in this after a CBI files a charge sheet or the Honorable Court makes any questions on that. Till such time, whatever Aam Aadmi Party had to reply, they have done it. These people have made charges on the 4,000%.
Specific answer to this excise.
Please, I did not interrupt you.
I want a specific
First
answer.
of all,
what is the answer they gave on the show cause notice? No action being taken by the excise department. Can you just ask him the specific answer to this question? This is a show cause notice to a blacklisted company. What was the answer? I don't remember. If you remember, please tell me. Or he can tell me.
It's a fake question. I'll not reply.
It's a fake question.
It's a fake question.
Is this
I'll not
excise
reply.
department notice
No,
fake?
sir. No.
Is it fake?
Excise, a policy is a decision taken by
the same excise department issued the show cause to Indo Spirits.
If this is the way of doing a debate.
No, but Ridhima, I have very specifically asked what is the answer to this question.
No, Ravi Srivastava,
Let's have that answer.
One second, Shehzad. Ravi Srivastava, this is where the criticism is coming from, that if you keep looking at distraction tactics and you don't reply with specifics, then the illusion that is being built is that there is something to hide. But I'll let you think about it. Let me bring in Dr. Onika and Varun also have been patiently waiting. Dr. Onika, is it even possible for a ruling state government to just completely dismiss allegations saying this is vendetta politics?
Ridhima, I think, it's the BJP is following what Aam Aadmi, when they had started to, build themselves in Delhi, they used to say, Ridhima, if you remember, very openly, they used to say, sting karo, कोई भी तुमसे पैसा मांगता, कुछ मांगता है, स्टिंग करो और मुझे लाके दो. In all the platform, he used to say it very openly. You know, he used to encourage people of Delhi to go ahead and do it. Now, when BJP has done it, they say कोई भी सड़क का उठा के कर लेता है. So, you know, it's very surprising why they are following each other's agenda. And on the other hand, Ridhima, BJP is known for breaking, buying MLAs or breaking legitimate governments. You've seen it everywhere for that matter. You know, for Congress people also for that matter. I don't want to say only BJP. They took Himanta Vishwas was in Congress. They put some allegation, promptly went to BJP, were washed off. So, you know, the concern is, Ridhima, that they have completely evaded major issues like unemployment, price rise, and politics has fallen to lowest of lowest. Suddenly, Ridhima, they'll bring bravery versus social welfare. So one on top of the other, some gimmicks just to evade and digress.
But you know, Dr. Ronika, unfortunately, that's where the unfortunate reality is, that even if BJP is making all these allegations, let the opposition or the ruling party here, the Aam Aadmi Party, hit back with evidence. As I said when I started the show, as far as Operation Lotus is concerned, we've heard all claims of about, I don't know, 20 to 30 MLAs wanted to be poached, 2 crore each was offered, but we still haven't seen any evidence. If this is what is happening in reality, if the BJP does want to poach MLAs as far as the AAP is concerned, then expose them. But this,
absolutely.
Other than that, we're seeing everything else that is happening. But Varun, let me bring you in as well. And this is what I want to understand. Optically, what do you think is the rationale that the Aam Aadmi Party today is working with? Operation Lotus, as I said, we still haven't seen any evidence. Other claims that have been made, we still haven't seen any evidence. For how long can the Aam Aadmi Party just bank on the narrative that this is vendetta politics and misuse of agencies?
You know, Aam Aadmi Party is caught in their own game, unaware, and that is one of the reasons why a political party that has been so open about discussions has avoided to come in your own show. And look at it. They haven't been able to answer any of these questions. We have been debating on your show, on your channel, on several occasions I have come. The Aam Aadmi Party have been posed a simple question. If you have any evidence, please bring it to the fore. The party which has been claiming before they came to power that they have so much of evidence against Sheila Dikshit and wanted to put her behind the bars when they came to power, till date, they haven't presented a single document against her. Now she isn't there to defend herself, but that is what the thing is. The Aam Aadmi Party currently is caught in a very stupid game that they want to play. The allegation of CBI officer, he's a law officer for crying out loud, the one who committed suicide. He is not at all connected with the cases going on. He is supposed to deal with prosecutions and prosecution of those cases which have been already charge-sheeted, and making such bizarre statement by a deputy CM against whom such serious allegations have been made. First thing, he should resign, because, you know, a person in power has all the capacity of misleading or causing a lot of issues when an ongoing case is going on. He should resign. Kejriwal should stick to his words that he would not let anyone be part of the government against whom there's even a strand of allegation of corruption. There are such major allegations of corruption.
No, I'll take that to Ravi in just a bit as to what is the Aam Aadmi Party's position as far as corruption is concerned. But I'll just request a guest to stay on with us. We're also getting another update now coming in. Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena today sent legal notices to AAP leaders Atishi, Durgesh Pathak, Saurabh Bhardwaj, Sanjay Singh, Jasmine Shah and others for levelling false, derogatory and malicious allegations against him and spreading fake news and a motivated propaganda to malign his image. Pallavi Ghosh is getting us all those details. Pallavi, what's the latest that you're picking up?
So this notice has been dated today, and essentially this legal notice time has been given to them by which they have to respond, failing which further legal action is going to be taken against them. Very quickly, Ridhima, the context essentially is, if you remember, a recent press conference by the Aam Aadmi Party where they accused the Lieutenant Governor of misusing his position when he was the Khadi chairman, when he was the Khadi board chairman, saying that he used it for acts of corruption, and also favors were granted out of time, contracts were given which were benefiting his daughter and members of his family. Even then, the Lieutenant Governor had issued a notice. This has now been reiterated, making the point that these are unsubstantiated charges. And also, very interestingly, in that note, the Lieutenant Governor also makes reference to the fact that the Aam Aadmi Party and the Delhi government, Ridhima, has much to answer for, especially if you look at the state or the Delhi schools and the claims which have been made by the Delhi government repeatedly as far as the education and the Delhi schools are concerned.
Pallavi, I'll just request you to stay on with us. Our colleague Rupashri Nanda also joining us on the broadcast. She tracks developments of the Aam Aadmi Party. Rupashri, how is the Aam Aadmi Party responding?
Well, Ridhima, the Aam Aadmi Party has clearly reiterated its stance. In fact, as we broke the story, the Aam Aadmi Party sources have told us that if the Lieutenant Governor has done no wrong, then why is he scared of a CBI raid and investigation? And very interestingly, Aam Aadmi Party reiterates the charge that it has leveled against the Lieutenant Governor. In fact, in that statement released to us, he has already, Aam Aadmi Party says that he has done so much corruption in the KVIC that he's trying to stop it from being investigated by threatening people. But Aam Aadmi Party people will not be silenced. Now, as we have been pointing out, in the legal notice also it is very interesting because the Lieutenant Governor, in his legal notice to 4 Aam Aadmi Party leaders and the party itself, has actually highlighted all the lapses which he has pointed out during his tenure. And not just that, he has also pointed out the work that he has done in trying to abide by constitutional norms. He has also said that it is because he has tried to do his job properly that Aam Aadmi Party is reacting to him in this fashion, and it is an act of political vendetta. And the Lieutenant Governor's, the legal notice also says that if Aam Aadmi Party fails to comply, which is if Aam Aadmi Party, the demand is that the Aam Aadmi Party sends a press release directly to directing all Aam Aadmi Party members to cease and desist from spreading and circulating false, defamatory, malicious information. And if they do not do that within 48 hours, then the legal action will follow, which essentially means a defamation suit.
Okay, Rupashri and Pallavi, thanks a lot for getting us all those details. So it's not just a flashpoint between the Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP, but flashpoints continue between the Aam Aadmi Party and the LG as well. I'll talk about that in just a bit. But Ravi Srivastava, I want to continue the conversation with you. Respond to the allegations that's coming in from the BJP, and this is as far as the deceased CBI officer is concerned. While the CBI has completely refuted these allegations made by Manish Sisodia, why does the Aam Aadmi Party want to give in their energy to a subject that has already been dismissed by the CBI rather than presenting the audience and the opponents with some real evidence?
The misuse of the CBI, ED and income tax is obvious and it's in the public domain. It is not a charge made by the one Aam Aadmi Party only. There were 17 parties who had given even a memorandum to the Honorable President that these agencies are being misused. I have said in the beginning also, I do not say that this particular officer who suicided was handling a Manish Sisodia case or not. But the fact is that the CBI officers are being pressurized to fix people, to catch people, to fasten the guilt on them. This is all pressure tactics being played by the government. So the officers are under pressure, and I don't know, somebody might have even confided into the people that this is what is being done to us. They cannot go on a public statement. But
the suicide note has no mention as far as pressure tactics by the BJP are concerned. So is it really fair to involve a dead man into a political bickering and war of words like this? Is it even fair? Ravi Srivastava?
Yeah, Ridhima, what I'm saying is that it is not a case that whether it is because of that only or something else. But the fact is that somewhere these agencies are being pressurized. This is happening. You have seen 300 MPs of the BJP, 1,000 plus MLAs of the BJP, not even a single one is raided. An entire opposition, 125 people have been raided.
But sir, I'm saying, even if I buy your argument, that the BJP is harassing, one second, I'm coming to you only. Even if I buy your argument that the BJP is harassing or pressurizing or misusing as far as these central agencies are concerned, if the Aam Aadmi Party has nothing to hide, then why not just cooperate as far as the law is concerned? But Shehzad, let me bring you back in and coming back to as far as one second. Take my question and then you can respond to all of that. As far as the sting is concerned, the allegation that's coming in from the Aam Aadmi Party is because this is an ongoing investigation. How can we even take your sting at face value? How do we not know that's not fabricated?
Let me start with the first questions asked first. By the way, misuse of the CBI or an agency is not the fanciful germination of the mind of Ravi Srivastava and Sisodia and Kejriwal at 6 p.m. in the evening. It is a matter of establishing by facts in court of law. Has the court of law said this? In fact, let's assume that if they were being misused, how come the ED which was misused against Satyendra Jain is still in jail, cooling his heels for the last 3 months, got no relief in so many years? So that itself dismisses that these are all concocted fascinations and imaginations that come up from point to deflect from the real issue. Secondly, there have been multiple raids, and in fact, the CNN News 18 has covered raids on various BJP leaders in Karnataka and in Gujarat. I don't want to get into that because that's not the issue today. If they feel they're acting selectively or maliciously, they are free to go to a court of law with the evidence they have and to expose the agencies and the people who are corrupt from the other side. But having said that, let's come to the sting operation and its veracity.
Sure.
Has Mr. Manish Sisodia come out and said even once today that look, the charges made by this particular person are fake or false? No, he's not answered any of these questions. Has he come out and said
because
that no?
Because they're dismissing it, no, Shahzad?
He's not dismissing it.
He's called it a joke. He's saying we don't even believe in the authenticity as far as the sting operation is concerned.
I don't think he said that. You can go and listen to his press conference. I heard exactly what he said. The point is only this, that Mr. Kejriwal taught all of us that please, if there's a person who's disclosing corruption, record it and put it in the public domain, give it to the Aam Aadmi Party. It was in the public domain, we put it in the public domain and we've asked the Aam Aadmi Party to respond on it. But the Aam Aadmi Party, true to its character, has not answered the 15 questions based on the Chief Secretary's report, based on hard evidence, based on stuff that their own party leaders have acknowledged by going from the new policy to the old policy, and now they have come down to saying that some officer, and God bless his soul, and that family must be going through tragedy. You're using the death of a dead man to actually come and save somebody who is corrupt and acknowledged as corrupt. Today, where is the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson? If they have all the evidence, forget everything else, Ridhima, your show is so watched, they would have come and released the 20 crore audio. Why haven't they come and released the audio itself? How long
well, that
will
is
they,
the question that I started my debate with.
Audio,
I would have loved to have an Aam Aadmi Party representative.
Withholding that audio is actually a offensive corruption. If you have evidence against corruption, as a public servant, your duty by under POCA to come out and put it in the public domain or give it to the agencies. Have they given it to the agencies?
Okay, fair. I will try and take that to Ravi Srivastava if we still have time. But Dr. Ronak, I quickly want to bring you back in as well. Today, I know the Congress and the BJP all seem to be training their guns as far as the BJP is concerned. But here is the criticism against the Congress also at this point of time, that when there was summons given to Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, the narrative used by the Congress was that agencies are being misused. Today, the Congress is saying let law take its own course because it's the Aam Aadmi Party who's under the scanner. Hasn't it become a bit convenient?
Very, very valid question. I love when people ask this question because I love to give the answer to it. Now, when the National Errant case was there, one, it's in public domain. Two, for 50 hours and 3 days or 4 days or 5 days, they went and they, to the CBI and they gave their answers to everything, isn't it? We never shied away from it. But when the conviction rate is so low, and when actually a genuine cause is done, hold on.
CBI has a 70% conviction rate. This is a CBI case.
I'll tell you how many
Monika ji,
cases
I think you're confused between the two cases. This is a CBI case. There's no ED right now.
Okay, Shahzad, let
whatever,
Dr. Ronika respond.
whichever way. We went and cooperated, didn't we? So it's not that we are not cooperating and we are just pointing the gun at the CBI or ED or ID. But we've always been said that then when there's a genuine case, they just don't want to believe it because the conviction rate is poor. Now that they have this whatever policy of your liquor policy, which is tainted, they have taken it back. But naturally, the guns will be pointed at them. Why don't they come up clean with it? That's all we are asking for.
So the action on Satyendra Jain is justified, right?
If it's for Congress, then you say, oh, it's
is the action on Satyendra Jain justified?
Okay, Shahzad.
Yeah, they do that.
अगर सत्येंद्र जैन पर हो तो चमत्कार, मुझ पर हो तो गुनेगार. This is the first habit of these sisters of corruption. They are the twin sisters of corruption.
I don't want to get into this. I want to give the final words to Varun.
You can defend the Aam Aadmi Party. I don't expect any better from you.
Both made your points. Varun has been patiently waiting. Varun, final word to you. Between this war of words that, as I said when I started the show, it refuses to die down. What is the message that is being sent to the citizen of the national capital and the taxpayer? They are completely baffled that is this the priority of my state government?
See, you get the drama as the number of, whom you elect, and that is what is happening. The Delhi people, I somehow pity them right now, because instead of talking about governance, instead of talking about such important issues, the ruling party is so damn busy defending how they, and especially something based on which their party came up with. Anna Hazare has been talking about prohibition, and now they are defending liquor and how liquor sale would help them boost and get a lot of money so that they can carry out development while they are giving out freebies. So I pity the people of Delhi who they have voted for, and what they have gotten is what exactly I think the Aam Aadmi Party right now needs to introspect and come out with evidence if they have, and tell the truth if they have anything to speak about against the BJP, against the Congress,
that really
against
is
the
the
LG,
hope
everyone.
that we can see some sort of proof as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, and I really hope we do have a representative of the Aam Aadmi Party joining us next time as well. Unfortunately, have completely run out of time. Appreciate all our guests taking our time and joining us here. With that, it's a wrap from my side. The biggest exclusive is up next.